Really, right now? Okay, no, it's working.
I guess yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Why?
Hello, guys and gals and non-binary pals. My name is Aaron. This is our latest episode of that D&D podcast's Argent Springs Adventures Dungeon World Mega Campaign Season 2. This is the ninth episode, which, whoa, um,
Oh,
we are a person short due to,
No, you're not.
oh my god,
Wow.
I did a thing, and he's been summoned. So let's go down the Discord order and introduce yourself and the character you'll be playing tonight, starting with Danielle.
Well, since you already have introduced me, I will introduce my character. I will be playing a ranger named Six Voices as One, and her companion, Nemo.
um, hi, I'm Matt. Been on a few different things here. Tonight I will be reprising the part of the Bard Mercutio di Giallo 9. Buckle up, folks, it's gonna be a ride.
Hello, I'm Zach. You probably recognize me from the other 2 nights a week that I'm on stream now. I will be reprising my role as Gark Human Mage, who's definitely not 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Well, no, he just has the wandering tumors.
Exactly. I'm glad Mercutio is here to be my cover story for that.
Mercutio, you're one of those lesser races. It's fine.
And Patrick.
I'm Lady McLateface, who hates traffic and grocery stores right before nor'easter. But my name is Patrick. I will be playing the part of Neve, the very short and very angry orc. And my anger at grocery stores right now will really get me into the role.
Neve is here. Oh, this is gonna be great.
When you take the rage potion, just think of a store with 43 checkout stations, but only 2 cashiers.
I don't need to think. That's what happened.
They just spent a ton of money and time upgrading the grocery store by your house, and that's the basic setup. Is like it's all brand new and shiny, and there's four cashiers at any time during in the 20 things. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We should probably start this thing.
Yeah, probably.
So, I guess first things first. We do have a particularly loose thread that we have to tidy up from Mercutio.
Hi.
I believe you made a very specific deal with a death that appeared slightly like David Bowie. And
Yes.
you sort of didn't really fulfill that?
I thought I was, but how was I to know that they weren't going to kill them?
So where are you when death decides to visit you?
Well, I thought I was in the White Room. That's where we had left off with him. Or did they let him out of the box already and he's off doing something else?
No, he said something to the effect of like, "Hey, we should talk."
Yes.
So basically, I think that first talk went something to the effect of, I own you until I see fit to not own you, and I will give you things to do, and you will do them without question. Are we understood?
Transparently.
Excellent. In time, I will give you something, and I will tell you what to do with it. And, well, I already know how it turns out, so thank you in advance for your cooperation.
Yes, of course. Happy to be of assistance.
And he disappears, and it's probably a week or two later between that and you being called into the 4 of you being called in for not really guard duty, but for a mission. You're up in the rotation.
Yeah, the thing that we do. We're called in for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's just Ash at the table. When you get there, she has a mug of something that it's got like steam coming off of it, and she's got her arm on the table, and her head is resting on her arm, and like the other hand, apparently she fell asleep holding this cup, and it's just kind of sitting limply next to it.
Okay. Does she look like she's been poisoned?
She's breathing.
No, he leans in and kind of sniffs. Does she smell of alcohol?
No.
Okay. Not a hangover.
There's this kind of herby, minty kind of smell coming off of her in the mug.
Neve walks up and then shakes her.
What? Oh, is it that time?
Yes, it is.
Greetings, Barded One.
Hi.
Neve takes out her cards. She looks at one, goes past. Are you okay?
This is a full-time job, which I assumed, but I guess I didn't know the extent of all the full-time part. Sleep is sometimes not a thing I can do.
Sleepless nights are common in the profession. You get used to them.
Yeah.
Or you don't. You just have a psychotic episode. Whichever comes first.
Luckily, I have a particularly lovely friend who has, I think, tea. She has some special tea that she's been giving me to help me sleep. It's pretty good. Anyway, you're here for a mission. Hold on a second. And she's looking through, she pulls out a bag from under the bench and she flips through it. And she pulls out this scroll. And she says, okay, it looks like for you all, excuse me, there is an outpost we've actually tried to set up on the 8th floor. This mission will be, it'll be pretty easy. All you have to do is go down and meet with them, see if they need anything defense-wise or if they need any supplies. Find out what it is, come back to me. We'll requisition it and make sure that they are able to adequately survive the environs down there.
Seems simple enough. Is there anything else you wish for us to do while we're there?
See if you could find any untapped resources or if you find anybody at the outpost that seems to show promise that we might be able to make use of in the future. I'm always looking for new recruits because we kind of seem to be going through a lot of recruits sometimes.
I was a talent scout a couple centuries back in this barony. I could see about that.
This seems like it should be a. And you hear some shuffling from inside the trench coat. A cakewalk? That's what we call it as humans. Yes, a cakewalk.
Sure, I've never actually had cake. I've heard good things.
Overrated. Pie's way better.
There's scribbling from inside as notes are taken.
So she says, okay, that's not all. Here are, she rifles around and she pulls out these two, it's like a weird stick with a red button on the top of it. She says, we've managed to sort of reverse engineer these two. I have a communication device on me at all times, and these should give you at least temporarily the ability to communicate with me. So while you're down there, when you find out what you need, communicate it to me. We'll have the supplies ready for by the time you get here. It'll make the whole thing a lot quicker. we're trying to expedite all this process so that nobody dies because they're out of food or anything, down below.
Neve takes the walkie-talkie.
Okay. Are you taking both of them?
I'll take one of them.
Okay.
Mercutio will take the other one.
Okay.
It is fine. We have ways to communicate.
Splendid. Your magical skills will be in great supply, I am certain.
Most definitely.
So Mercutio, Ash holds her hand up to say something, and then you notice after 5, 7, 10 seconds that she's not moved or said anything. And then you notice that nobody around you is moving or saying anything. And there's a figure in yellow slowly walking their way through the kitchen area.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Remember our little talk?
Oh, yes. Excoriatingly.
Excellent. Well, today is the day that I will call on you for. Let's say, if you do this for me, that your failure last time will be forgiven.
That would be very generous of you.
Sure. Let's go with that. And he says if you check in your boot, left boot, underneath, right about the arch, you'll find a rectangle. And it's got a smaller rectangle on one end. I need you to excuse yourself right now, once you're able to interact with everyone. And I need you to plug it into the transport system. That's all. The rest will take care of itself.
Very well. Yes, that can be done very easily.
See to it that it is. And he's gone. Right, so like I was saying, it's kind of hard establishing a base that far down, especially since it's dark all the time. We have a lot of turnover because people kind of get a little bit stir crazy down there.
Excuse me, I'll be right back. One moment, little elf's room. And he shuffles off.
Oh, okay. They'll catch you up, I suppose.
Thank you, yes.
They live for like 1,000 years. You think they could control their bladder for 5 minutes, but I guess,
That one is mercurial, I have found.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's off.
Okay.
Neve uses the truth-seeing monocle on the walkie-talkie just to see if there's anything special about it.
There's some sort of crystal in it that's glowing faintly that you can kind of see through the device. That's about it.
She puts the walkie-talkie away and puts the monocle away.
She looks over at 6 and she says, "You've got, let's call it layers of insight into situations. Do you know anything about that far down, or do you have any experience with outposts?"
Six opens her mouth as if to say something and pauses. And then she says, "We have not been on the 8th floor."
Okay. I never know what people got up to, I guess, before they... I was going to say ended up in my employ, but I don't really feel like I'm anybody's boss. I just kind of try and allocate resources. Anyway, look, that's neither here nor there. If you all need anything, use your communicator. That's kind of why I gave you 2, just in case. I don't know, just in case anything happens. If there's any weird monsters or possible allies down there, that'd be great.
Neve is like, wait, so I push the button and then just talk into it?
Yes, basically. When you push it, it should click or beep or glow or something.
Okay. I click it. Hello?
It's got a limited chart, Neve. And then you hear it slowly go. and then it shuts off.
Oh.
Mercutio, where are you at?
Mercutio is doing exactly as he was told.
Okay.
Because he ain't no dumb elf.
So you walk up to the glowing eye and
Mhm.
says, "Welcome, traveler. How can I help you?"
Candygram? And he looks for where to put this thing in. Vaguely remembers one of these things from before, but it's been so long.
Up in the top right corner, there's like a little inset rectangle thing that seems to be about the same shape.
Alright, he sticks it in, and it doesn't quite go, so he turns it over, tries again, and he turns it over one more time, and finally it goes in.
Four-dimensional object command received. Adjusting parameters. And the eye blinks a few times. And it says parameters adjusted.
Alright then. Well, be back soon. And he walks off, humming a merry tune.
So after you plugged it in and it said that, it pulled the stick into the device and basically a little door slid over there where the access thing you just plugged into was.
Excellent. That's fine. No trace of evidence.
So kind of if this were a movie, there would be the camera would kind of go through a cut out of the wall, and you would see the wiring behind the eyeball, and there's this huge trunk of wire, and the camera follows it down, and it goes faster and faster and faster, and then I mean you lose track of how far down you are, but somewhere that trunk of wire ends up coming to this room. It's a square metal room, probably 1,000 feet on any side, and it's blinking and humming, and there's a little screen somewhere inside, and it says "Beginning Wake Up," and then it's got a little box that starts blinking.
What did you do?
Oh, such sights.
Yeah. So Ash is finishing her briefing, and she says, "So, does anybody have any questions, or are you all good to go? It should be pretty self-explanatory, and I really think you can make do with just the one communicator that you have now, provided Mercutio didn't decide to communicate with it. But I haven't heard anything, so."
Leave sticks.
What? Communicate with what?
in the bucket.
The communicator. No, I thought we'd use it once we actually got down there. I thought that's what it was for.
It is. It's fine. Yeah. So, I guess. Oh, I've been trying to work on like a supply stipend for everyone. It's not much, but you can each get about 10 coin worth of supplies for your mission.
How generous.
It's like I said, it's not much, but here's a little voucher. Use it to stock up if you want. Just bring it to the appropriate vendors. They're all closer to the exit. And good luck. I'm looking forward to hearing from you all. So let me bring up the
Thank
supply
you.
list.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I've got the supply list here.
I don't really know what I need at this point, to be honest.
I think I'm just gonna actually get a couple sets of bandages to hold on to.
Okay.
Just given how last time went.
Mm-hmm. You mean you don't want to all pool your money together and be 10 coins short of a healing potion?
Exactly. I'll grab some poultices and herbs. Then.
Okay.
That sounds properly kobold-y.
Carefully treat someone's business. Nice. Okay. So remember, both of these are slow, so you can't do it in combat, but they take a few minutes
Yeah.
apiece. Hey Neve, they have a keg of Dwarven Stout, and it is exactly 10 coins.
I was thinking about that, but Neve's character has been developing. I think she's gone past the Dwarven Stout at this point.
Wow, I don't even know what to think anymore.
It's like you're a different person. You used to be cool, Neve.
Just think of the possibility of having 3 drunk kobolds running around.
Neve looks at it, and then she's like, "I'll have 1 keg of Dwarven Stout, please."
Splendid.
Okay, so remember to mark the weight. 6, is there anything in particular that you would like?
We're getting some more poultices and herbs.
Okay. So it's really convenient that a lot of this stuff is just 10 coins. I didn't even think to look at it before I said how much money you got, but apparently multiples of 5 are the way to go.
Next time I'm going with personal feast.
Just 1.
Just 1.
I thought about trying to scrounge up some elf bread, but
You get stuck with 5 coins that you can never spend.
I have 5, but everything's 10. When I get 10, I still have 5. It's the nightmare. It's the hot dog and bun situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about how it is where you live, but around here they're 8 and 8.
no.
Wow.
It's 8 and 6. 6 hot dog buns.
6?
It's 8 and either 6 or 10.
I'm sorry, no. 8 hot dog buns and then 6 hot dogs. There we go.
What? We get 10 hot dogs and 8 buns.
Yeah, I have that one.
Oh no, I get 6 because I'm snooty and buy the
Oh.
kosher
I was
hot
gonna-
Yeah.
dogs.
I was gonna say like the nice hot dogs come in the packs. of
I have
six,
kids.
right?
I
With
buy the
sausage.
red ones.
Well,
I buy the cheap ones.
They taste
I
the
need the
same.
one. I need the
I
ones
have
that
no
taste-
money. I buy the cheap ones.
I only feed myself, so I get to buy some nice things.
That's fair.
once in a
That's
while.
fair.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so you've all got your fancy new supplies. Is there anything else you want to do before you
Mhm.
head down?
Pretty sure I have everything I need. It's just a short trip.
Yeah, not really.
It is. I mean,
Yeah,
shouldn't be a big deal.
like Gark is racking his minds about the 8th floor and if Kobold Kind has ever been there and come back up. That's about it.
Okay.
I think that's a spout lore check.
If you want to.
Sure, I will totally roll and fail and get some XP. That's like awesome.
Okay, now what
That's awesome.
specifically are you trying to spout lore on for me one more time?
The 8th floor, just like what's on the 8th floor.
Okay.
Want to know about the 8th floor?
Okay. 5.
Nailed it. I will go ahead and
Splendid.
mark XP. This time Gark went 1 mission and got to level 3, you guys.
Yes.
So this works. So what does Gark know about level 8?
All right, so I'm going to do the same thing I do with the discern realities, where I'm going to give you something wrong, and properly playing to that will get you a bonus.
Awesome.
There's supposed to be some sort of oasis there, not just food, not just water, but like a place where even the monsters are calm. But only those who are
Okay.
true of heart can actually find it.
Ooh. All right.
Also, how did you hear this, or where do you think you heard this?
I am sure this is like some like legend. Like the kobolds don't really have a whole lot going on in terms of like what they get to do as a society. So they have a bunch of legends about what's where in the monarchy, and almost none of it's correct.
Okay.
So this is one of those things that just kind of gets passed around. Specifically, this oasis on level 8 where things are friendly and nice, and it's they grow squash there as big as your head, and like the land of milk and honey myth for the kobolds is level 8. So Gark's actually like super excited to go down there and check this out.
Nice.
I think this is going to be a really good idea, you guys.
Seems good.
So you all arrive at the teleporter, as you've done or transporter, I guess you should say. It doesn't exactly teleport you. There is a specific process that it follows. And teleportation is not it. It involves fluid dynamics.
And dynamic fluids.
Yes, very, very dynamic. So you get there, and the eye seems slow to acknowledge you. Like it does this thing as it's scanning towards you, like does this twitch, some sort of eyeball lag, and it says, "What? Welcome to the transportation system."
Welcome, all-seeing eye. We wish transport to the oasis of honey in your depths.
Nobody said there was honey down there. Fantastic.
Please designate floor.
8th floor,
Eighth
please.
floor. And like two tiny, comically small hands come out and put all 4 digits in the air.
How many passengers?
There's 4 of us, obviously.
Hey, Gark is having this talk, and Gark needs
Can you not scan and get this information? Are you malfunctioning?
Initiating diagnostics. Diagnostics canceled. Operations normal. How many passengers?
4 passengers. And then Gark's going to step forward and wait for the door to open.
Yes, the door.
Yes, door.
So it begins to glow brighter and brighter, and right before, I mean, a few of you have seen this before, so you know how it normally goes. Not this time. This light sweeps over all of you, and then it says, beginning, brr, group access, or sorry, group transport initiated, and then all of you disappear at the same time.
Oh god, Recursion, what did you do?
Oh, such sights.
So you feel yourself stop for a second after the pouring and the ripping and the disintegrating and reintegrating. And then something grabs you and then shoves you through the process again. And this time you come out in a place that is... It's not doing great. The eyeball is flickering off. The lights in the ceiling are slowly burning out one by one. Not like, oh, this will be out in a few days. It's like it's going pew, pew, pew in this huge circular room. So the light's flickering, and it says error in transport. So solar power used to reconstitute travelers. And then lights, you could see ahead of you, there's this long hallway. And the lights basically starting from the room you're in and extending down the hallway are burning out. And the voice shuts off for a second and says, "We apologize for the inconvenience, but it took 9 days to rebuild you."
Gark, did you break the Menanke?
Well, okay, so before we answer that question, what kind of shape are we all in at this point?
The 4 of you are great.
Awesome.
There are 3 kobolds who have feet fused to shoulders because that's one body.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
We actually have a question about the whole 9 days thing. Since we have a point of reference outside the transporter,
Yes.
do we know that it was in fact 9 days?
You know how there's that temporary disconnect? Like when you are reconstituted, all of the panic and dread of being without the rest of yourself for over a week kind of floods into you. So based on the feeling that you have right now in the pit of your stomach and kind of the voices that seem far away that are slowly starting to rejoin with your own. It's been a little while.
I was out of character for a second. I was interpreting separation as being like separated from the vessel while it was reconstituting.
I guess that makes sense too. However you see it, like it's it's whatever way works best. It could just be like, yeah, you didn't have this endpoint for a while, and that's not great. And then finally, it's like you could see it again, like it shows up as a thing you can connect to. A long dormant Wi-Fi signal comes back on.
6 makes a very, very displeased face and scans the room, and Nemo also scans the room. And we will discern realities with the aid of our companion.
Sure.
Neve is just staring at Gark and like, what did you do?
Well, Gark's trying to figure that out too. Gark's got some shit going on.
Okay,
right
so
now.
you got a 6 on your discern realities, which is great.
That's a 6 plus 2.
Oh, it's 6 plus 2. Damn it! No, that's fine. That's good. So ask one question, and I will answer it for you. This time I have to be truthful, I guess, which is, I mean, it's really going to put a cramp in my style, but I'll see what I can do.
Who's really in control here?
Wait, Danielle, before you do that, it's a 6 plus 2?
Yeah, my companion has cunning plus 2.
Got it. Okay, sorry. I was just wondering where that was from.
There you go.
Because it's like the wisdom is already counted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to get it to combine those things.
I don't know if you can even.
You should be able to just add like a bonus plus, but that's neither here nor there. I was just curious where that was coming from.
It worked, so either way. So who's really in control here? I'm trying to figure out how you would get this information.
Gark.
I don't.
I guess we would be looking at the interior of the transportation room to figure out what the deal is.
Here's what I'll give you. As the consciousness is slowly filtering back into this vessel, something you know that something here has noticed you, like the ethereal sort of collective spirit you, not the vessel, whatever is filtering down into the vessel. It has taken notice of you. You have looked at it, and it has looked at you with this baleful red eye somewhere deep below. That's what's in charge here.
Oh, that's ominous.
That's probably fine.
Everything's fine. No worries.
System administration.
Look, how bad can it be? We're on the level of like milk and honey. We're in the oasis here. It's fine.
Sysop has come back online.
Neve, Neve's gonna just roll her eyes and start walking forward and try to, like, slowly go down this hallway.
Okay. Why don't you give me like give me a defy danger int. Which one usually governs perception in like D&D?
Perception is usually wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay, yeah, okay. 2d6 plus whiz for me for defy danger.
Okay. 8.
8.
That's not bad.
So I have to give you like a thing. Okay. Do you want to see the thing, or do you want to see what the thing is carrying? That is all I will give you to choose from.
That's a thing.
That's a way to put a question.
I'm gonna roll a d6. If it's evens, the thing. If it's odds, the thing it's carrying.
Okay.
Evens the thing, please.
Okay. You've explored a few floors in the Monarchy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eve is probably the most explored out of these guys.
So you've seen, on walls here or there, there's these papers that looks like someone they printed artwork on with wording and stuff underneath. It's long faded away, but it's these people dressed in strange clothes. It looks very formal. There's some sort of jacket that buttons in the front. There's something around the neck. It's not a style of clothing you see in Argent Springs ever, unless somebody finds these artifact clothing scraps. You see a person walking backwards away from you with their hands behind their back, wearing one of these suits. It's not old. It's not scraps. It is immaculately tailored to this person. Their hair is healthy and slicked back. They appear to have glowing skin, and they're in good health, and they're fit. And they're about 6.5 feet tall, and they see you too. And there's just an ear-to-ear grin as they're backing away.
Neve takes out her Truth Seeing monocle and looks through it at this thing.
It's some sort of humanoid.
Gark
Hello?
has been like... Sorry.
What do you see?
Some weird guy.
The screeching and hollering from under the trench coat ceases. And Gark hurls itself forward in a fashion that is somehow more cohesive but less coordinated than ever before. Hail, fellow human! We are here to see the oasis! As he jogs past Neve.
Come back. Neve takes out her axe and follows Gark.
Mercutio swishes his baton a couple times and is like, "Oh, this is going to be joyous."
Yeah, I'm just jogging. I'm getting face to face with this person as fast as possible.
You hear laughter echo down the hallway towards you as the lights that are
Laughter's never good.
the lights coming from you to this figure, they're still burning out. And right before the lights overhead above this being burn out, you hear, "Oh, the real sad thing is you think you're people. You don't think you're filth. You don't think you're a mistake. Just holding on to the laurels of the past. But we'll show you." And then the lights burn out above him, and yeah.
Do you mean Gark is a mistake? Because I probably could agree with that, but...
Oh, we're all mistakes of one form or another. It just depends on how big a one.
Gark is definitely a mistake of science at this point.
What has science done?
I will cast light on my staff.
Thank you, Gark.
Which is basically breaking, tapping against the ground until the light comes on.
Okay. Why don't
You shall not pass.
roll that for me? We'll see how that goes.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, Gark, please be a good wizard.
Cast a spell.
God damn it, Gark.
oh
No, I failed the first time. Awesome. That's awesome. Okay. The light does not work. Here in the land of milk and honey, the magic is different than it is in my homeland.
Just imagine you're just trying to turn on a flashlight.
Oh crud! Do I have dark vision in this? I don't think I do. Shit.
Bring the hard move, Miss DM. Let's do this.
Okay. You're going to hear this. It's a grinding sound coming from inside the teleporter room.
Oh no.
It almost sounds like mechanical paint. And then you hear error, 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 and there's this whining pitch that's just getting higher and higher, and it says power core critical, and it fires it out of like the eyeball flips open and this orb flies out, hits the far wall of that room, and explodes in this brilliant shower of light. So in a way, you have cast light. And
Dark.
then it says, "Fine power core," and then the rest of the lights on the floor go out.
Gark. Gark. Did you
That's what-
fuck up?
Shall we light a torch?
I was gonna say Mercutio lights a torch at this point in
Oh my
time.
god, one of us has torches.
I brought adventurer's gear. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure I traded mine for a bag of books, so I'm gonna be no use here.
Neve has just a keg of ale.
So yeah, that's gonna be a use off of that bad boy.
Hey, that'll burn once.
I know, I've blown things up with the keg of ale before.
Yep.
Yeah. So it appears, friends, we're going to have to interrupt our regularly scheduled program for something a little different.
Gark is still tapping his staff on the floor, trying to get the light to come on.
You can try to cast again if you want.
I will definitely do that.
Oh no.
Yes.
God damn it, Gark!
Tasty XP. Let's do this.
Gark is going to be an archmage by the end of this.
This is how Thrognars are made, you guys. This is how you get Thrognars.
At this point, Neve's just gonna be like, I miss Treyald.
All right,
What's a
hold
dry
on.
out? Oh, that one. Hey, it was
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast light in your own eyes?
Oh no. Oh no. But I've got four more.
The bad part is instead of the light projecting out, it projects right towards like your cornea and stuff.
Oh god.
So you're gonna take the stunned ability for until thematically appropriate, I guess. So
Okay.
negative
Awesome.
one to your
I
hit
don't need
modifier.
intelligence.
It hasn't gotten you anywhere yet.
Great job, Paul.
It literally would not have mattered yet.
That's true.
Should we throw tokens down or something?
If you want. So this is the teleporter room at the western side, and all you see so far is a long hallway. So you guys are right about, I don't know, here, and all the lights are out.
Neve turns to you guys and she says, okay, everyone stick close to me because I'm just stick close to me. And then Neve will like gesture for Mercutio to start moving forward because he has the torch.
The legends of this place say there's no danger. We should be fine.
He sighs very heavily and proceeds forward very cautiously.
Neve looks at Gark. Honestly, right now the only danger is you, so the legends might be right.
Oh, sorry, dishwasher. Just trying to figure out what was making that sound.
Gark is not a danger unless you are in Gark's way.
Or Gark himself.
Nemo begins to chirp insistently at everyone.
Does that mean it's ready to move out?
Nemo's a good judge of character.
It's trying to draw their attention.
Ooh.
What? Why is that bird singing?
We think perhaps we have not arrived on the floor we intended.
That is entirely possible.
Unfortunately, we can't ask the eyeball.
And we don't exactly have much of an option at this point. I think our best choice is to figure out where we are and then, well, get home, as it were.
We should find this power core it is talking about.
Possibly. Well, there's only one way to go. Let's get on it. Proceed down the hall.
Yeah, Neve's gonna follow close behind.
Yes, Danielle.
I'm thinking back to the last session I played when we saw we caught glimpses of a bunch of different floors. Does this look familiar to me at all?
Nice.
The descriptions as I have them written down were pulsing walls, blood on the walls, infinite darkness and cold, and rushing water.
No, this is a different one.
Okay.
This would, from what you can tell, based on the faint light that's given off by the torch, this room probably looks a whole lot different when the lights are on. There are these large framed pictures on the wall. The floor is it's very smooth. It's shiny almost. You pass this desk, it looks like. There's some sort of weird square frame thing there that, it's not lit up or anything, so it doesn't seem to have a picture in it, but yeah.
Do we see what's on the walls?
It looks like framed pictures of people or what might be buildings or some sort of enclosed carts or some kind of metal bird.
Let's go. Hey, Elfie. Elf time. Yeah. If I'm in an important location, you gotta tell me one fact about the history of this location. I know, I'm being difficult.
Transigen Dynamics was founded in the year 2703.
Okay. He'll kind of walk over and wipe a thing off. Huh. Now there's a name I haven't heard in a while. And how does that one go? And I suppose let's try it. Bardic lore on this. What do I remember of Transigen Dynamics? Choose an area of expertise. Grand histories of the known world. What was Transigen Dynamics about?
It was a multinational conglomeration of several different wings that basically dealt with everything from genetically modified crops to defense weaponry to assault weaponry to vehicles to clothing to home technology to base level consumer space travel to terraforming.
Yes. Oh, yes. Transigen will get you there. Oh, that brings me back. Come on, let's go. And he waves them forward.
Neve rolls her eyes.
After what seems like a long time walking, you get to a fork. You either go forward or it kind of goes off to the left and to the right as well.
Is it the same sort of environment either way? Smooth floors, pictures.
The floors are pretty smooth to the left and to the right. They seem to be the remnants of some sort of very thick doors. The one on the left is still firmly in place. The right one of the doors has fallen off the hinges. And it appears that there's some sort of signs above the door, but either time or something have sort of wiped most of them away.
Oh, it's Bodkins.
Neve's gonna try to open the door on the left.
It is locked.
It's a solid comment.
Neve will try to Can I use Benbar's lift gates to break the door?
You absolutely can.
I'm gonna fail.
I like that spirit.
It'll be fine.
While this is going on, 6 will keep a
No, I didn't. Holy shit! This is the first time that's ever worked.
Oh my god, we have a success in this mission. I don't know what to think anymore.
I have a -1 in strength. I
A
did not-
full success.
Damn.
So pick the 3 things for that move, and 6. What did you say?
Never had-
We're keeping a lookout while this is going on.
Sorry,
Yeah.
one thing.
Okay.
We're facing
I'm
one
not.
way. We're facing one way to cover like 180 degrees, and Nemo is perching on our shoulder, facing the other way.
Okay.
For the other.
Mercutio
180.
holds the torch high so that way they've got as much sight as he can give them.
Okay, I'm gonna do. It doesn't take a very long time. Nothing of value is damaged, and it doesn't make an enormous noise.
Damn it. Okay.
Solid.
So yeah, you crunch down on this doorknob, and it almost without a sound pops loose. And you're able to fiddle with some mechanism in there and actually get the door to come off the hinge, and you can pick it up and just put it on the side. And 6, why don't you roll plus whiz for me?
Okay.
Sort of a lookout sort of thing. Dang.
Bushaka.
And that should probably be +2 as well, since Nemo is helping me look out.
Okay, so not only do you succeed, you turbo succeed, because that's just the kind of overachiever that 6 might be. You don't see any life forms out here. You do see it's off in the distance, and it's up on like there's this little ledge, probably about 8 or 10 feet up, where it looks like maybe old torches may have been, or something to kind of, let the light pass without the heat or something. It's a weird shelf up there, but you do see this. It looks like a bag of some sort. It's made of a material you don't recognize, but there's a bag up there.
Which hallway is this in?
It is down the hallway over here, the one if you had been going straight.
Just put it on.
There you go.
Nemo will fly over to it and have a look at it.
Okay.
Closer look anyway.
It's sealed. On the top, Nemo can't figure out the mechanism that it uses to clasp shut, but it seems to have some heft to it, and that's about all you can determine from here. I think Nemo probably gives it like a quick cursory poke and lift to see if it can lift it up.
Yeah, Gark's gonna stumble in through the door we just broke
Okay.
behind you.
Hold up, you two.
No.
6 has found something.
Neve grabs Gark before he goes any further.
Denizens of the 8th floor!
Neve puts her hand
We would
over
like to-
Gark's mouth.
2 other tiny mouths open.
Yes.
We know you're out there! Do you have food?
Human, you give us away.
There's no
You-
response except for this clicking sound in the distance. It's like chunk chunk. Chunk chunk.
6, whatever you've got, let's go.
Neve takes out her axe.
Do I recognize the chunk chunk noises?
Not even to a resident of the Menanke is this a familiar sound.
I will struggle against use grasp. and attempt to make contact.
Okay. While you go off and do that, Six, what are you doing in regards to this bag?
Six will kind of wave the party over and point up to the shelf where the bag is sitting.
There's a thing.
How high up is it?
About 8 or 10 feet off the ground.
Neve will take out her very Alon axe and try to just knock it down.
Okay.
Like, I guess Six will stand under it and attempt to catch it when
Okay.
it falls. Then
Well, you give me a Defy Danger Dex, Neve, and we'll see how this goes. And then depending on how that goes, we might need one from Six as well.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Oh dear.
What was that?
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So with the kind of pointy bit at the end of the shaft of the axe, you're able to actually poke it through this loop and just very gently lower it down right into Six's arms. Six, you have this cool black backpack. It's a backpack. And it is zipped shut.
Neve kind of gestures back to where Gark is currently wandering and says, "Okay, I think we need to go stop the wizard from killing himself now."
That's not like he hasn't done it before. He kind of leads onward with the torch.
In the other room, Gark's still trying to get the light to turn on and is casting about for someone to talk to in here because this is level 8 and these are clearly people that will there's things, friendly things here that will show him the awesome stuff.
People of
Please help
hospitality
me.
and taste.
Do you want to?
I come in peace.
Do you want to actually cast about for light, or
Sure, I will take another shot at casting it.
Damn it.
remember your -1?
Oh, that's true. I don't know if I can't put in a -1. I think so. I'm just gonna
Yeah, we'll just take one off when
Yeah.
we roll it.
roll and take it. That doesn't matter.
God dang it.
Light is here's the thing, and I figured out what it is. Gark isn't actually a wizard. Remember?
Oh my god.
It makes sense that I can't cast a make a light on a thing spell because I don't have the ability to use magic. So I don't know why I think I do. I think I'm just confused because we went through the teleporter and my brain is all wrong for some reason.
You know what? You cast light, but just something. You actually cast the word "a light," and everyone who has a bandage has one less bandage now as it burns away.
Yay, I don't have bandages.
Fuck you!
Not a whole stack of bandages, just one use of a bandage.
Okay, slightly less of a fuck you.
Just fuck.
Yeah. Why does my pack feel lighter?
And warm. So Gark
He checks to make sure the torch hasn't hasn't caught his backpack on fire.
seems fine. Just I don't know. It just must be a weird thing. Must be a trick of the area.
Yeah, of course.
Gark, you hear, if you're still walking in this hallway, you're maybe about 10 feet away, and kobolds can see okay in the dark, and you see this weird indent in the room.
Okay.
And
Okay.
coming from over here where I drew the X, you hear the chunk chunk. Do
Okay.
you go to investigate?
Yes, absolutely. I go investigate.
Okay. You see it's this round counter with this shiny metallic humanoid, and he's got a bottle in one hand and a glass in the other one, and it's reaching up to a shelf. He turns around, and that's when you hear the chunk chunk as it does some weird thing with the cup and the bottle. And it leans back, and you hear, "Rrrr," and then sparks begin to shoot out of the mouth, and it goes, "Meow," and then puts the stuff back on the shelf.
Greetings, guardian of the oasis. I am a traveler in search of your valuable nectars.
Ew.
Well, howdy.
I have that DVD.
What can I do for you, prospective buyer?
I come in search of the oasis. Is this it?
Shucks, no. This is the saloon.
Is the oasis near the saloon?
Can't say I heard of it, stranger.
Neve walks up behind Gark. Do you know what level floor we're on?
Course, we're at the saloon.
Mercutio walks up. Do you know where a spare power cord might be?
Can't say that I do. I run off my own battery.
Neve takes out her monocle, her Trutzi monocle, and looks at this thing.
You see a weird metallic figure with. There's something weird in the head part, and then you just kind of see a bundle of wires.
Neve takes out. I feel like Killian would really like you.
Is it shuffling around bottles of alcohol? Is that what I'm seeing?
It seems like it's grabbing the same bottle and the same cup over and over. Like, it gets it, pretends to pour, puts it down, does a thing, picks them back up, puts them back, and then kind of repeats the cycle.
Can I prestidigitate the bottle in the middle of one of those cycles, like away from him?
Yes. I mean, yes, you can try.
All right.
Oh
awesome.
God, no!
Oh boy.
Oh, and I figured out that it actually has taken my in mod down to 0 since I am stunned. So,
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Oh my God, Gark! Stop casting spells.
He tries Koboldy sleight of hand.
Well, see, that's the thing. Again, and this is why it fails, right? Because normally I can just like shoot a kobold out of sleeve and they'll go do the thing. But that's not how it works anymore. So you just hear like rustling and anger from inside the trench coat, and like pain. There's a pain sound. Yeah.
Hey, Six, did you follow them into the room with your backpack?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got the backpack over one shoulder
Okay.
and our bow the other.
Have you looked into it by any chance?
We are holding off on that for now.
Okay, totally fine. Totally fine. So, Gark, I need you to roll me a d5.
Are we about to get hit by a bottle of straight alcohol?
Something is about to be hit by a bottle. If it's a 5, okay, Mercutio is going to catch a bottle to the face. Roll me a d6, please.
What? I can't do Defy Danger Dex.
This is magically caused, weirdly enough.
That's some bull.
Magic.
It's magically delicious.
Usually if it's the direct consequence of a fuck-up roll, there's not really a defy danger involved. Okay, 4 minus whatever your armor is, Mercutio. So Gark, weirdly you did used to send, another one of your minions to do this for you. But when you reach out, and right when you stop in frustration and pull your hand back, that's when this bottle comes flying in the same direction that you move your hand.
Okay, so Gark's a Jedi now, basically.
Ow! God damn it! You little monkey!
Well, as far as you know, it's taller than you, so...
It doesn't matter.
Neve's gonna sigh and ask the barkeep, saloon keep, what's down further in the hallway?
Up ahead? Well, that's just the showcase.
What's a showcase?
You can find out about all the townsfolk.
And what's your name?
My name's Keepsy. I'm the barkeep.
Got it. Neve's gonna look at the others and be like, do you want to continue?
This feels dangerously Westworld.
I'm worried about that too, actually.
On a different floor, they were doing things, and we all should definitely discover whether this is related.
Oh yeah, I forgot about things.
I kind of want
Spoilers.
to pull a core out of this thing's brain pan, but
I mean, it's right
Well,
there. He's just a simple
I know.
barkeep.
But he's so nice.
I've not destroyed anything in way too long. Well, that's a bit of a lie, but we don't know that yet.
Your face destroyed that bottle.
It's true. It's true that you were all over that bottle.
Fucked up.
He's actually bleeding a little bit from his nose, and he's like
Sure.
taking a handkerchief.
Makershi, what did we tell you about hitting the bottle?
Some days you hit the sauce, and some days the sauce hits you.
Let's go see the showcase. Maybe it'll be a spot of civilization, this dreary little floor.
There's a tiny arm reaching out from the sleeve of the trench coat. Like you can see it trying to do the thing again.
Mercutio walks out of the way very quickly.
It's a good idea.
The shelf begins to vibrate behind the robot slightly. Hey, we're not getting sued. You go and do like 6 notes.
Don't do it.
Shh, you want to get seen?
Yes, we're space wizards here. Space wizards.
Space wizards fighting moon battles. Anyways,
Yeah, I will turn as best because I can still barely see at this point, right? I'm still like
It's-
stunned and unhappy and all that stuff.
It's actually
Yeah.
fizzling out. Like you can. There's still like an after image, but you can see better now.
That's bad. That's okay. Like, so I will follow Mercutio, who has the torch anyway,
Okay.
since I can't make light apparently.
Neve's also going to follow behind Mercutio, but also be keeping an eye on the rear.
Okay. Where is 6 in the lineup? Are you following like close behind or lagging behind a little bit, or what are you doing?
We'll be kind of in the middle of the group.
Okay.
So Neve's going to be last in the line.
Okay. So y'all are heading down this hallway somewhere?
Yep.
pretty much.
Okay. Man. Shit. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so you go down here. I'm not sure why I'm drawing an arrow. Ignore that.
Well, it's good to know the direction.
So you go on ahead and you get to... It opens up into this big squarish room. And... it says, "Welcome to town." And it's these different robotic people. It's different people, all wearing different clothes. They're not doing anything. They're just standing in rows from one wall to the other, like 300 feet across, and there's just people. Some of them are dressed like the barkeep was. Some of them are dressed in like shiny, almost like metallic outfits, but it's like metallic cloth, which doesn't make any sense. Some of them look like that weird guy who ran out earlier. Some of them look like they're wearing like adventuring kind of clothes from Argent Springs, and there's some who just like parts of the skin are pulled away, and you can see like the under parts.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a cowboy hat? Is there a cowboy hat?
Roll me a luck roll, just 2d6, no modifier.
Got it. 8.
Okay. So
It is, but it's aqua.
I was about to say you could choose either it's a bad design or it's a bad material.
It's sequined.
Oh, bad design. Hell yeah.
Okay. It's got a little propeller on top. It's a 10-gallon beanie.
Neve's gonna grab the hat, pluck off the propeller, and put the hat on.
Fuck. Ben Barnes lift gates. No, not really.
Ben Bars lift gates. Ben Bars lift gates.
All right.
Do
So
we recognize anybody in this room?
if you would like to roll me roll me discern realities.
Sounds like surveillance.
Go for it, 6. So what you got? Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll look, and Nemo will fly up overhead to look as well.
I know Mercutio wants to take a look around as well.
A 9.
And that's a 9 plus 2.
Okay, so you're on 11.
Oh dear.
Nah. I'll roll 2, you guys.
No.
I'll do it.
Look, I needed some XP. All right.
You know what we could do? Everybody roll me a discern realities. For everything that's 7 or higher, I'll give you an interesting thing. And if it's 10 or higher, I'll give you a more interesting thing.
Another one on top of what we already did, or
No, just including these. So we need
Oh my God.
oh boy.
Neve. We need
Sir.
Neve.
Yep. Oh god, I am worried about this. 9.
No,
Okay.
no, you're fine. You're the most successful out of all of us tonight. So
That's because Neve's a seasoned adventurer.
Neve's done this for a while now.
St. Neve's first rodeo.
I believe Neve's the second highest level out of the group of adventurers, next to Thrognar. And no one can beat Thrognar for just experience because he's been in nearly every session in the first season.
What level's Neve? Just for
7.
Okay, yeah. Just barely beats out Killian.
Yeah, she's getting there though. She's getting there.
Okay. So Neve and 6, you each find something interesting. The other 2, you look around and you're able to find some cool clothes and some interesting looking, physical characteristics that sort of distract you a little bit. Neve, you come across a person, they're wearing a different set of clothing than what you remember, but you are relatively sure that one of these metal clothed people is someone you saw wandering around outside of town, like one of the people who got banished. You are pretty sure. Like 60
Yes.
75%. 75%
Oh
sure.
yes. We replicants now.
Neve's going to step back and be like, "Oh no!"
And 6, in the back, as you're wandering back and forth, Nemo brings your attention to this one in particular. You see, it's a pretty humanoid figure. The hair is done up all nice, wearing like this big fancy gown. It is the spitting image of Ash.
Six
Yes!
stands there and stares at it for a moment.
Oh shit! Are we gonna face ourselves?
No. Oh no. This is so much worse. I love it.
Neve's really hard to kill.
Don't worry, I have Fireball.
Oh my god, I love this. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And just for the record, none of these things are appear to be awake. None of them appear to have noticed you. These are just inert mannequins, basically. in a
Mercutio
warehouse.
is stuffing some of the better looking clothes into his pack.
Okay.
The metal clothes.
They're actual clothes, right?
Yeah, they're clothes. Some of them are very shiny, like metallic looking, like somebody had
Oh,
worked
no.
cloth into metal.
Like they're all like, if anybody's watching him, they're like these weird disparate styles that should be completely clashing, but he's just like looks like he's in heaven.
Yeah.
He's also admiring some of the more comely models.
Let's say 2 weight per body of clothing.
Oh, he's not like, I'm not going to be taking enough to like seriously weigh me down.
Okay.
It's a terrible idea.
Hey, Aaron, quick question. Is the
Yes.
dress that Ash wearing the same dress that she loaned Neve in the episode where they go into the party?
So the color is the same. The design is very similar. And on this mannequin's left hand, you see like a rudimentary friendship bracelet.
Aw.
Oh,
Oh no, this is gonna be bad, guys.
oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so evil.
Six tightens her hand around her bow and motions with the other for the entire party to leave the room and says, "We need to go, and we need to close that door, and we need to block it as best we can."
I kind of broke the door.
I suppose. But there is so much to come back and harvest.
Well, have we even seen the backside of this room yet? Like, have we explored the whole thing?
So whatever Six found, that I'm not sure if she actually told you all about or not, but that's towards the back of the room.
Okay.
It seems to just come to like a solid wall, as far as you guys can tell in the relative darkness here.
Oh, Neve's gonna take out the truth seeing monocle
Okay.
and look around as well.
There are a bunch of figures. They're each very similar to the bartender. Like, it seems like metal and exoskeleton-y kind of thing, and a weird thing in the head of each one of them.
Gark. Okay. The smart part of me is saying don't. But the part that wants interesting things to happen, Gark, please just cast light.
No!
Gark wants to see the room better.
No!
That's out of character. That's me just.
Gark wants to see the room better.
Okay, before you cast light, I need to know, where are you? Okay, let me lay some things out. The
Hold on, I'll
triangle
get my...
is the person that Neve found that looks like an outcast. And let's say right about here, the weird lopsided square is where Ashbot is. Excuse me.
I mean, I'm probably like here,
Okay.
like just right in the middle of all the trouble. Yeah.
Okay.
I gave you exact placement.
Hey, Six, do you tell everybody what you found, or do you just tell everybody to get out?
We're just telling everyone to get out.
Okay.
Yeah, Neve is also agreeing with you to get out. But
If the two competent people are saying that they want to get out, which probably should.
And Gark, you have said that you are casting light, so please do the roll while everybody else does their thing. You roll a 9.
oh damn.
Okay,
Doesn't suck that bad, but I think I know which
Unwanted
option. It's gotta
No,
be.
no,
It's gotta
forget
be
the spell.
unwanted attempt.
Forget the spell. No!
It's gotta be. Man, what am I gonna use as like an XP farm if I forget light? No, it's gotta be unwanted attention, obviously.
Okay.
You draw unwanted attention from the rest of the party.
But everybody runs away. No.
Huh. Okay. Who's still in the room?
Neve is probably still in the room.
Mercutio just started to step out of the room.
Okay.
I was thinking 6 would also be kind of here. And like Nemo points out the thing.
Neve's
she
probably-
looks over there.
Neve's probably here, having just seen Gark about to cast, and she's like, no, shh, and then they cast.
Yeah, and then there's like that weird like electrical chemical sound of some sort of light going off near Gark.
Here you go. So the three of you are making your way out of the room. You cast the spell, and I mean, to your surprise, I mean, have you been losing faith in yourself a little bit at this point? Like,
I've been losing faith in my tools,
Okay.
right? Because like the light is like it's basically a glow stick that's in the end of my staff, and it hasn't been working. So clearly it's like dead. It's inert now. But here it is back apparently.
This is when you actually tried casting magic. You've been trying to just use the glow stick. This is the first time you've used magic.
But Jedi it on.
you hear the sound of air rushing, just like something moving impossibly quickly. Your staff blinks and flares, like this orb of light kind of starts pulsating at it, and you look,
Okay.
and the ash robot is holding out her hand and has somehow made light on top of your staff.
That is helpful of it.
Does she go back to standing still after that?
No. She looks around. She goes, "Oh God, it's this dream again."
Hello, Ash.
Gark, how'd you get in here?
Wait. Dream?
We're here on the mission.
You know, I think you guys are dead. It's been more than a week.
I sort of wish I were dead, but I am not.
No.
Neve's like, it'll take a lot more than a faulty machine to kill me.
Did is everyone okay?
Define okay.
Okay is a state of mind. We are functional and attempting to extricate ourselves from this place.
Yeah,
Ash?
I can't move my legs.
Ash,
Yeah.
just... okay, this is when Neve takes out her cards and, like, goes through them. Ash, sorry. Dear sir or madam, something terrible has happened to you, and it is, flips card, unexplainable at this moment. Please remain calm at this moment.
It's just a dream.
The joke,
I'm so
the
tired.
joke here, though. Sorry, Aaron.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say the joke here, though, is that is like the most, clearly the most used card in the deck. Like it's the most like warped up and bent and like covered in dirt.
Dog-eared.
Yep.
Stained
It's
and
actually
smeared.
like saved. It's like when I have all the cards. That one is flipped vertically while everyone else is horizontal. I could just get it quickly.
There's kind of a distortion, a difference in time between like meat space and death, right?
Yeah.
So since we have a vessel here and our other vessels are outside, can we tell if there's a distortion?
Oh,
mean,
I see
not
what you're
that-
saying. Yeah.
Not that we would know what it means at this point.
Your ping requests are coming back normal.
Neve's going to look at Ash. She's like, okay, so Ash, we're on floor whatever. I'm not sure what floor we're on.
You were supposed to go to 8 a
Yeah,
week ago.
Gark fucked that up. But
What happened?
Even
Guard
on my
feels unfairly called out in this instance.
Gark, you're the one who used the elevator, and now we're here.
I mean, this is the one. I haven't had sleep in days. It's been trying to bring up the power grid. We can't get to the floor that has all the transport things, and we lost contact with the outpost, and we lost contact with you, and I guess I'm asleep at the table right now, and you're here. So am I dead? Are you welcome?
No.
Am I dead?
You're not dead. You'd know.
Neve's gonna use the monocle again and look at Ash.
The weird thing in the head is like flashing. Like you can
Can I
see
use
like
it-
arcs of stuff traveling across it.
Can I use a discern like that? Like her looking at this is a discern of realities to try to figure out
Sure.
what's going on right now. Detective Neve is on the case.
Oh my god, it is Detective Neve.
Detective Neve is Detective Neve, and
Nice.
she's Detective Neve.
Got a question?
Fuck, all of these are useful at this moment. I'm in between two
Okay.
right now. I'm either between what.
Ask the audience.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually ask the audience and see what people think. Should I ask who's really in control here, or what here is not what it appears to be?
I feel like who is really in control here is a more useful question because Aaron's just going to tell us that Ash is not actually Ash right now
Yeah.
with the other question. Because
Okay.
we've been through this rodeo with her.
Yes, but knowing that Ash is not Ash could be very useful.
No, we know it's not Ash. You look through the monocle. She doesn't. She looks like all the other things. It's
Do
a
we
replica.
know? But no, do we know that? Do we know it's not some sort of soul rifting thing?
It's a replicant. It's a goddamn replicant.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I did before. I'm gonna roll a dice, 1d6. Even, it's going to be who's really in control here, and odd, it's gonna be what here is not what here appears to be. Okay, who's really in control here?
So as you look at the body, you see the arcs of electricity flowing somewhere underneath the fake skin, probably fake skin that makes up the head. And very quickly you can see it traveling. It goes down through the foot and into the ground. And you're relatively sure that it's somehow making it to the top side, or it's making it to... Ooh, yeah, there we go. It's making it through this wall and into a room that you don't know how to get into. And you see the truth of the situation is that Ash is in control of Ash.
Okay. Neve is going to... Wait, where does the wire go?
Kind of off of the edge of the map over here, like to the northern-ish part of the screen.
So over here? Okay.
Hold on.
Neve's gonna take her...
There we go.
Excellent. Neve's gonna take her ale and place it right here. She's gonna ask Mercutio for the torch.
He will give her a spare torch. And he is going to go duck back. As much as I would love to watch you work, because this is going to look glorious, I've already had enough of a face beating today.
Neve's gonna look at Ash. Ash, sweetie,
Yes?
can you please wake up now?
Every time I go to sleep, I wake up here.
Yes, but I need you to wake up in real life now.
I can't just control that. Hold on.
Mercutio,
Yes?
give me your walkie-talkie.
Come in, Ash! Come in! He just activates it himself.
Thank you.
Having cottoned.
What? What do you need?
Nothing, just checking in.
Does Ashbot fall asleep?
The arms go slack and like
Okay.
the eyes close.
Neve moves back and throws the torch into the bottle of ale to blow it up.
Roll me a volley.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Volley.
Sure, it'll be fine.
8.
This is fine.
Okay, I'll give you two options. Either the explosion is small enough for you to make it out of the room, or the explosion is big enough to destroy that wall.
I'm destroying the wall. I'll take the damage.
Okay, give me a roll 2d12, take the better of that, and we'll see how that goes from there.
Okay. So I'm gonna just do 1d12 plus 1d12, so that way we can see both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just do 2d12k1. It'll keep the
Okay.
highest. 8.
That's
okay.
gonna be an 8.
8
damage,
damage.
and it's a fireball, so it sweeps through your armor.
Okay, well then I'm going to instead use Bloody Aegis, which Neve has, and not take that damage, and instead lose Strength.
Okay.
Because Neve sucks at Strength anyway.
Yeah, and basically you get blown out of the room, and you get the wind knocked out of you as you hit the wall. This just gout of flame rips through the wall right behind the barrel. And you can hear sparks and explosions and things powering down, and a bunch of these, all of the things in this room, they slump forward, and right around like the jawbone, you hear this hiss as like the panel opens up, and there's like this electrical overload, and then you hear and like whatever's inside the water goes cloudy.
Mercutio will prod Neve with the toe of his boot.
Ow. Yeah. Stop kicking me.
Oh, it's just a gentle nudge. Are you single?
Neve looks at him, and then gets up, and then walks to the hole without even acknowledging that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mercutio,
Sorry.
there's no more response on the other side of that walkie-talkie.
Ash, come in.
I mean, the walkie-talkie's probably dead.
It's also possible.
Dead? Oh, does it have limited life?
We discovered this earlier.
You hear footsteps, and hey, did you guys hear something? And then it and fizzles out.
I will. Gark is already like moving into. I imagine like all of the clothes on these dummies are like on fire and mostly blown off, and like the explosion had an effect.
Mhm.
I'm gonna. Gark will be picking his/their way through this wreckage and over to the hole. Yes, this was a good explosion.
Glorious.
I knew the.
Does Gark know anything? Like, do kobolds know anything special about being like rats in the walls of the monkey? Like, is this like, I know what these wires look like, or like we've totally seen this before?
Give me a spout lore. And while you're doing that, Six, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's your take on all of these things that are happening?
Can we go check on Ash with one of our other vessels?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I like it.
We should have done that to begin with.
Because
Aw, nah.
I was thinking about it before, but like, I forget. And then the walkie-talkie is definitely dead at this point, right?
Oh yeah. I like this idea. Okay, spout lore. I have to tell Gark something interesting. It's up to him to make it useful. If you ever see blue, white, those are we don't bite those. Yeah. So Six, which Six is going scouting up top?
Bard, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so, everybody's milling about. One of them, some person's running around. They look a bit harried and a little bit sweaty, and they come up and they go, "Oh, hey, Six. I thought you were supposed to be on that. No, that was like a week ago. You'd be back by now. How's it going?"
Yes, well. It's taking us a little longer than we expected.
Are you still down there? Or this is a weird. It's not
Where-
weird. It's just not something I'm used to. I'm sorry.
Who needs communicators when you have a communicator?
Yeah, true. We have a built-in communicator.
Anyway, what's up?
Where is Ash? How is she doing?
I mean, last I checked, she was I think she was heading out to go find Lily. I think they were supposed to eat dinner together or something.
So, can you point us in that direction?
Well, I don't know where they went on their date, but she probably might be getting ready. If you head over to, I mean, if you go down this hallway, take a left, then you take the third right, and it's all the way in the back. She took the small room all the way in the back. She'll be back there if she's still there.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And she will follow those directions to the small room.
Okay. Yeah, so you get there, and I mean, the door's closed, and you hear some sort of commotion from the other side. It sounds like
Did I kill
crying.
Ash?
It sounds like crying.
Shit, did I kill Ash?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Please! Oh
We
no.
knock on the door.
What is it?
Is everything all right in there?
No. Who is it?
It's me, 6. Well, find her place. Me with we. I messed it up again.
It's fine.
Sweet 6.
All good.
You
It's us.
It's us.
there's footsteps and a tall, pretty druid lady with like leopard print tattoos opens the door, and like you could tell her makeup is all streaked, and I mean she's not in a good place.
We did go on an adventure with Lily once before, but she
Yeah,
did
that's
not
right.
recognize us right now.
Was it this 6?
No, it was Emily.
Oh, okay. Hey. Do you know?
Lily, what's going on in here?
I don't know what to do. I think she's gone.
Oh, you! I like you!
Okay.
And she pulls you inside real quick, and you see Ash like laying on the bed, like there's no life in the eyes, like there's a smile on her face, and like there's nothing in the eyes anymore.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
She
Wait, was Ash a robot this entire time?
she opened the door, and she let me in. She was just waking up, and she looked so happy to see me, and then she just fell over, and nothing's working. I can't fix it. What do I do?
Wait,
Oh.
you piece of shit!
Come on, we must press on. We must press on.
So yeah, the commotion back in the room with the explosion. 6, your attention is brought back over there.
Ash was a Cylon!
You of all
So
people should
when-
appreciate the subtleties of this.
When Lily says nothing's working, does that mean they actually tried to resurrect Ash at some point?
She hasn't told anyone yet. She's told you, but
And she's a druid, so she can't use that spell necessarily.
right. Yeah. So
Oh my god.
basically, the last thing you hear before you pull back over is, "What's going to happen to the town? What happened to her?" And then it's like, and you pull back over here.
Yes. Okay. Out of character, I think I have a plan. But
Okay. I might also have a plan, but I don't
Neve
know.
also might actually just
Oh,
Neve
oh
doesn't
God.
know this.
But
yet.
we
None
need
of
to-
us
but we need
know
to-
this yet.
yeah,
for
none
the
of us
record.
know this yet, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
tell us this.
Exactly.
I do have a spout lore roll that I made about the internal workings of this place, which may be relevant now.
I think Ash was out of character. I think Ash
Come on,
was a
like-
Cylon.
Let's go to speculation later. Let's keep the game moving, guys.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yeah, so I got an 8 on my spout lore check about like the wires behind the explosion hole.
Mm-hmm.
And I figure I probably know about this stuff because like kobolds live in the walls and have seen these things.
Yeah, if
maybe even have dealt with like humanoid robot things before.
If enough of them chew a wire and die, eventually they go, "Don't eat the blue, white ones."
Mhm.
Evolution takes its
Exactly.
natural course.
Exactly. Yeah, do I know anything beyond that though? Like, don't eat the blue wire, or is it just
They're protective of the blue wire.
Sacred blue wire.
okay? Okay. All right. 6. Do you tell us what happened up above?
That is a very...
What did you say?
Sorry. Do you tell us what happened with the other you just now?
I was asking Aaron.
Oh, I said
sorry.
that is a very good question.
Six closes her eyes and bows her head.
God damn it.
And says, "This is likely a great deal more complicated than we imagined.
How so?
Ash may be lost.
Oh,
Wait,
that's tragic. What's in the
Wait.
wall?
wait. Neve's like, wait. What do you mean, lost?
Whatever has happened because of this explosion has and she's struggling to find words for what's going on.
No. I made sure she was up. I made sure she wasn't. No. And
That's
when
the
Neve
connection.
She was briefly.
and then that's when Neve is going to just like slouch against this wall over here, and just keep shaking her head. No, not again, not again.
Okay.
Oh, we all have
Not
to do it at
another,
some
not
point.
another one.
Disturbing her connection down here has done something to her. But
Fascinating. We'll have to investigate later.
We should investigate the nature of this problem, certainly.
actually,
I
can we check her pulse with our other vessel at this point?
ooh.
Yes. There is one.
So Ash has a pulse.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
That's not good at all.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. Nothing could go wrong here.
Yes. I would. I would like to. Either I want to try to use this, which is my ritual with like the mystical blue wire as established,
Mm-hmm.
to see what we can do about putting Ash's brain back in, or spout lore as to where we could find the proper tools to do so.
Huh. So you want to like reconfigure the brain?
Yeah, like I figure Dark's multiple people sort of, Six is multiple people sort of. Like this is not a concept that's alien to Gark, that like one person can be in more than one body or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, right? Plus, Gark knows about the sacred blue wire, which means that these might be things that haven't been encountered before. Maybe there's just like, like an NES cartridge that we plug back into Ash's head, and Ash gets her brain back. Like I don't know what the
You have to blow on it
process is.
first. You have to blow on it
Right.
first.
Gotta get the dirt off.
Yeah, what maybe Ash's brain, maybe Ash's consciousness is somewhere in here, and we can find it and like retransmit it to Ash.
Okay, using your kobold ingenuity, I'll give you. You have two options.
Okay.
Either option will destroy. It will sever any connections for any other individuals in this room. Let's say, in theory, not you guys, but all of these robots with connections, if they have connections to things. The process of rebooting one, you will need all of the wire from those transmitters. So, you can either use all of that wire and all of that power to, in theory, restart a robot, or if you were to splice all that wire together, it may reach to the teleporter.
Oh, fuck you very much, good lady. Fuck you very much.
I'm not saying that's the only way out. I'm not saying it's
Oh,
not.
oh no.
Is
Understood.
there a hole in the wall at this point?
Yeah, right about where that
And-
barrel was. There's that hole in the wall.
Mhm.
And is this another room?
Mm-hmm.
Neve's gonna go in the other room.
Okay.
Mercutio was already exploring in there,
Yeah.
trying to see. So, what's in there?
This is where all. Ow! I just punched the desk. This is where all. This is where all the transmitters are, and there's these huge trunks of cables that are leading out of them up into the ceiling.
Anything else of note?
Not really. Like this room looks like it was sealed. I mean, it's almost it looks like before an explosion blew a wall into it, it was pretty much immaculately clean.
Okay,
It's not so much anymore.
let's go with that. Hey, that's a failure.
Nice.
I see nothing.
Ask me a question and I'll tell you a lie.
Yes, of course. What is useful or valuable to me?
That's a good question.
Yeah. That's actually a fantastic question for this one.
How about the makeshift friendship bracelet?
Fuck.
Oh no, in the other room.
Yeah, in the transmitter room.
Okay.
That is funny though.
In the corner, there is a very small little booth, and it has this. It looks similar to your communicator, actually, the one that just died. It's like a little stick, and it has a button on it.
Ooh. Oh. Go and take that then.
Okay.
And it comes out, no problem, not stuck to the console or
Oh
anything
no,
like that.
it's just like it's sitting on this little metal counter inside of a little inset storage area on the wall.
Well, that'll be useful for later if we need it.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely. Gark has already set about like doing the calculations in his little Kobo brains and putting the wire together to try and jumpstart Ash.
Okay. Are you telling anybody about like the options, or are you just like saying we need wire, or how are you involving anybody, and if so, how?
I don't know if I am. I don't know if I am involving anybody else yet.
Okay.
Just gonna go about my business.
Okay. So 6, what are you up to?
6 upstairs is trying her best to console Willie,
Okay.
and 6 downstairs is feeling a bit distracted and decides this is a fine time to have a look in the backpack.
Okay. So inside, you find there's like a cloth necklace with this plastic thing attached to it. It's got a person's picture. There is there's a book. It's got some sort of thing locking it shut. And there are these 2 devices that you haven't seen before. I'm going to draw them for you crudely.
Do we recognize the picture on the ID?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, it's Ash.
Of course it is.
Feels like
What?
it's Rona. It's Rona. Like
What? It's
No,
Ash?
Yeah, because Ash is a Cylon. God damn it.
How long have you been holding this in your back pocket?
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
Okay. I think we should head down this way and keep looking for things.
What did you find, 6?
Yes.
More mysteries.
Oh, you piece of shit.
I kind of figured that was how that went down. Yeah.
Yeah, same, actually.
Um.
6 will keep the ID badge handy and zip the rest of it back up into the backpack and sling it back over her back.
Okay.
Ooh.
And she holds it up facing out for everyone else to see.
Neve asks if she can examine one of the metal objects.
She never told me she was a lady of a certain age.
Oh no, sorry, you're holding the locket. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, it's a lanyard.
I got
Yeah,
confused.
the other things are inside the bags yet.
Got it.
So the ID is a picture of Ash, and it says Ashley Silver, and it's got like it says clearance code ultraviolet.
Sorry, go on, please.
And then it says Transigen Dynamics
Okay.
corporate office on top.
Oh,
We will be keeping a close watch on this badge.
Well,
It might
sorry.
be able to get us into more places.
yes. I think that would be the best. But let's press on, shall we?
Yes, we should explore more of this place to see if we can find more tools. And like Gark lays down a coil of wire he's accumulated.
Let's say by now with 6 hands working, you're able to. I mean, you've stripped all the transmitters.
Okay. All right. So does that mean I'm ready to go if I want to?
If you want to. Inside that storage cabinet, or the Mercutio got that weird thing off of that this cabinet in the wall. You hear a humming inside of it.
Inside the cabinet?
Yes.
I will check the cabinet.
Okay. It's so it's thrumming slightly, and it says insert connector here, warning, unshield nuclear reactor.
Awesome. I will.
None of that makes any sense anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the word nuclear means. I don't know what the reactor means. I know what the word unshielded means, but that's about it. I will put the wires in the slots.
Okay.
Unshielded just means you don't have a shield.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you
Most of us are unshielded.
Have you
That's fine.
plugged the other end in?
I don't know if I've been all the because where would we have to go to do that?
Plug it into Ash.
To the robot right here.
Okay, yeah. And I'll plug it. I will go plug that in. Or yeah, this is part. I will complete the process if I can do that for me.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah. So, at first you don't see a spot to plug it in. And then, looking around, you see one of the robots that got knocked over.
Okay.
And there are cords sticking out of the ball of the left foot.
Okay. All right. Then I will go over and sort of pry up the left foot of the Ash statue,
Mm-hmm.
and I will jam some wires into whatever socket I find.
Yeah, well, there's already a bunch of wires in there that, you can disconnect those if you want and hook these cables in.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you do that, and you hear a rumbling from the cabinet, and then from the wall behind it, and then from the floor above, and then from higher above, and the statue or the robot begins to glow. Like at first it's faint, and then it probably within a minute it's glowing this bright pink, and it is bright enough to like illuminate the room and probably down to like here in the juncture.
Wow.
Okay.
Also, this room is getting very hot.
Time to go.
Yeah, I will move to a safe distance.
I should like to not catch that tan.
We will follow as well.
Okay.
Neve is already kind of out of the room, hyperventilating at this point.
Oh, poor Neve.
For the fact that she's killed another teammate.
Oh, this is...
So you hear like you can hear the light. It's that bright. It doesn't even work with the normal senses anymore. Like you can hear it, you can smell how bright this is, and then there's just this wave of pressure and heat that sweeps down the hallway.
Mhm.
And out of an enormous spherical area that used to be this room, maybe 3 or 4 minutes later, a naked humanoid figure walks out.
Is it Ash?
It's Ash.
We just terminated in a Cylon. Is that what happened?
Hey guys, where are my clothes?
Neve hugs Ash and says, I thought I killed you!
Neve, that's great. I'm naked, so maybe later.
Mercutio
Sorry.
calls out from down the hall. I might have some garments you can try on, lovely.
Okay.
Welcome
How's
back,
Ash
Ash.
doing? How's Ash doing upstairs?
Nothing. The pulse stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just brought Ash down here, guys.
Yeah, it transmitted in reverse.
That's fine.
This is fine.
It's all
Everybody's gonna be fine.
Neve's gonna take her Truth Seeing monocle and look at Ash, though, at this point.
Okay. She's gonna glare at you, and she says, I know what that is, and I'm naked. What are you doing? and you can see inside the head, that tank thing inside the head is like. Before it was little flickers of activity, and now it's just like solid light.
Neve takes out her cards again, goes through them, takes out one card. Sir or madam?
I know I didn't write you a sexual harassment card, Neve. What are you doing?
It appears that you may or may not be exactly what you seem to have been for years to be. You may be a changeling, monster, robot. Robot. That's the one I was looking. Robot. Do not panic. You are still you, as long as you do not attempt to eradicate, kill, destroy, or it says choose one. I'm gonna go with eradicate. Eradicate any of us.
Neve.
Thank you.
I'm the same me that I've always been. I just maybe haven't let you in on the whole story. And she claps you on the shoulder, and when she pulls her hand back, like your shoulder is warm and like smoking slightly.
Now everybody has the moving tumors.
Neve is going to be like, okay, so we still need to find a way back up. Good news is I didn't kill Ash.
We don't. I'm the way up.
Oh. Well, splendid. Want something to wear?
Wait,
I figure I'll make an entrance.
Ash,
Up to
Yeah.
you, lovely.
how long have you known?
Long enough.
This is the part when a pack of Mr. Tibbles runs down the hallway behind us all.
It would be in everyone's best interest if this information was not made public. I have been seeking to undo this corporation and the ruin that it brought upon the world for millennia now. We might finally have a chance to hollow this place out and make it our own. Make it your own. I think at that point I can finally... retire is a good word. I'm really tired.
Will it involve more explosions?
I'm not sure.
Put me down for a definite maybe.
There's a lot of work to be done.
Should we investigate more of this area? Is there more to be found?
It's been a while since I've been in here. I used to be... How about once we get out, I'll tell you the story of how I came to be here.
I do love a good story, and yours must be a fascinating one.
I'm pretty sure we definitely got the XP thing, learned something new and interesting about this world. In like spades.
Oh,
The real question is, does Ash count as like a noteworthy treasure?
No, the guns do though.
It could be both. But anyways, what else we got?
6, would you be a dear and hand me my backpack real quick? You can have it back in a moment, I promise.
Is Ash dressed like the pimp that Mercutio wanted to be, pulling off all the clothes in the...
Ash is stone cold naked in the middle of this hallway.
Okay, well... Oh yeah, has Mercutio given Ash the clothes that would have taken with the giant
Yes.
floppy hats?
Yes, he did.
He offered them, and at some point she went, eh. So,
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh.
a dress that you have on the.
it was lost in
Yeah.
the awakening, let's say.
It burned.
It would be best if nobody went into that room for about 700 years.
Neve is gonna quickly do a discern realities just based on like how Ash is talking to make sure Ash is not evil.
Sure.
Kill us all.
If I have
Sure.
another
What?
round of grandchildren, I might be able to take them to see it.
Okay, so I just want to point out that the very likely outcome of this check, knowing Neve, is that you're going to fail it, and then you're going to find out that Ash is in fact evil, and then you're going to punch Ash to death, and the whole cycle is going to start over again.
God damn it!
Oh no! Oh no!
Luckily,
No,
detect
I was
evil's
already-
not a move, so.
I guess.
Yeah, what's your
I
question?
guess really. What should I be on the lookout for?
Mm.
Slightly suspicious androids that look like your friends.
Yeah, seriously. I think we're actually gonna have a talk about who's an android and who isn't an android in the city. We're gonna have Cylons now.
Well, we had. Keyword had.
We don't know if there's not more.
Well, yeah, I might have just wrecked one model of Cylon. We don't know.
Yeah, we could very easily have more.
I mean, anyways.
I'm gonna mark XP first of all.
Yes, mark XP.
You had to jinx it. You were like, "You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail."
Look, all I know is that if you give Neve a chance based on the dice to kill a teammate,
She will.
she will.
Things to be on the lookout for. You're pretty sure that bartender's probably pretty mad about what's going on, and he's got ammo behind him.
Neve's gonna look at the bartender and just be like, "Look, I've just had a very long day, and I have a very big axe. Don't tempt me."
Well, hi, stranger. Care for a drink?
Neve's gonna go behind the bar and go find whatever thing that he has.
There are 247 bottles, and they are all empty.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any ammo or anything?
Bottles can be considered ammunition.
Glass bottles.
Neve is going to just. Can I try Ben Burr's lift gates to push over the bar thing so it crashes all the bottles?
Yes.
Cool. That's gonna fail. But
While you're rolling that 6, do you hand Ash the backpack when she asks for it?
ooh, no, never mind.
Danielle, you there?
May
Okay.
we ask what exactly you need from this bag?
Well,
You'll forgive our trepidation.
understandable. But I have two things for you. One, it's my backpack, and two, I just want to make sure everything's there. You can keep the guns. I don't even care about the guns.
What are guns?
Guns are old-fashioned, anyways.
Picture magic missile, but much more mundane.
It's like how Gark does it, basically.
Yeah.
Garp just pulls a Glocking cap.
Oh, yeah, like Lark's got two revolvers under the coat.
Okay, here's what we'll do. Just hold up the ID. I want to make a modification to the picture, and that's it. It'll still work. I just don't want this to come to light just yet.
For the record, the two I choose is it doesn't take a very long time and nothing of value is damaged. It definitely makes a lot of noise.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
6 looks kind of satisfied with this explanation and nods and holds out the backpack to Ash.
Okay. She picks up the lanyard, looks at the ID, and just touches the face and rubs her finger on it, and like the plastic bubbles, and the face is not recognizable anymore. And she puts it back in the backpack. And then she looks over at 6. She grabs her journal, fiddles with the combination, pops it open, pops it back closed, puts it in the bag, and hands it to her. Thank you. I trust that the contents inside may prove useful. Not useful, interesting, if nothing else, for you.
I shall have to take some time later to read through it.
You know where to find me if you have questions. And she turns and heads towards the way you all came. And Neve, you very loudly shove the bar over. And then the saloon, crap, what's his name?
Keepsy.
Keepsy, yes. Keepsy goes, well, now, hey, what'd you do that for?
Precautionary measures, as then Neve's gonna walk down.
I say, y'all are kind of a dick. And then he goes back to...
You're not wrong.
He's got the bottle and the cup, and he goes to put them back on the shelf, and he lets go, and they break. And he goes, oh, hell. And then... What were you saying, Danielle?
Nemo starts from her perch on Six's shoulder at the commotion and begins flying in circles, chirping angrily. And Six just shakes her head.
Ash whistles some little tune, and Nemo comes over and like lands on her shoulder, and she pets it, gives a little kiss on the forehead, and it flies back over.
Guys, I'm not entirely out of game. I'm not entirely sure if I trust Ash.
Oh,
No,
this
that-
is no,
Ash
this
is
is
a robot.
fantastic. This is all right. This is okay. This is fine.
It's fine. This is fine. Yeah. It's gonna be okay.
So are y'all exploring anywhere else, or are you following Ash to the teleporter room?
No, I
I'm
think I feel like we kind of ashes our ticket out of here at this point.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to explore the other path.
It is a temptation. We can always come back.
Our mission was plainly not to this floor.
Besides, we've
Yeah.
caused a fine amount of destruction for today. I am satisfied.
Okay. So she waits for you all in the teleporter room. And she says, all right, everyone, take your positions. This, I'm not used to, let's call it physical hacking.
It's usually a bit of a different method.
And, she, as you all get into place, she's going to put her hand where the eye was, and she's closing her eyes, and like the hand begins to glow, and it slowly melts through where the eye was, and you see her grab a bundle of cables, and like slowly each of you is pulled back through the transporter. And you end up with a much rougher ride than usual, but you arrive intact. Gark, you are 3 again. And a little while later, Ash appears after you all leave. She gets the wires and she rips them out, and then she's transported up, and she appears doing the Terminator landing from the future pose, where she's like, kneeling down and punching the ground.
As soon as we hit the floor on the way back up, there's like an angry squabble inside the coat, and then like a little lizard shoots out. There's a labor dispute in Gark at this point. Work that out later.
Yeah.
That was some shit that the poor Go-Balls went through.
So you're all back. With you've got a story, but the question is, do you want to tell it?
Oh, there are ways to couch such things, I find. The language of myth and legend is a wonderful thing.
Neve is very suspicious of Ash, but she's not going to act on it just yet because she's very suspicious that the fact that Ash hasn't told us this, and based on the fact that Ash didn't tell us this, what else hasn't Ash told us? Especially, like, we've been sent into the Menanke with no information for years now, and Ash apparently knows a lot about the Menanki to insane degrees. So now Neve is very suspect of Ash, but she won't say anything just yet. If anything, like I kind of want, I can't wait to play Neve that like interaction.
This is great.
But Neve is definitely suspicious. This is where Neve is like, no, this isn't right. Something here is off.
What part of what happened today is not right? Huh? Name one thing. You can't. See? Checkmate.
Also, Neve's gonna ask for one of the guns and see if she can blacksmith it into her axe to have an axe gun.
Oh my god.
Axe blade.
Gun axe.
Gun
Axe
axe.
gun.
Gun axe!
I imagine Jimmy the Kobold is off to write a tell-all, but it'll be in Kobold. I'm not sure you can actually read. So,
It's
like that-
bestseller
It's like
list.
that scene in The Thing where the guy's speaking Norwegian but telling them exactly what to worry about, but no one understands him.
mhm. Yeah, it's just like 3 pictograms and 2 of them are Ash, and it doesn't make any sense.
Also, something else that Neve's going to do from now on, she's going to be chronicle at everyone to see if anyone else is a Cylon.
Okay. So it's really weird. There's reports filtering it. After Ash like lands, in the arrival room, she walks off and she says, "I have a few things to check on." And she comes back out and she's wearing her normal clothes a few minutes later, and she's looking at you all and she says, "I'm not sure what's going on, but we've got reports that it seems like several people in town just suddenly dropped dead."
Hmm.
And she gives you all a knowing look.
That's terrible. Somebody should do something about that.
I also, out of game, I don't think that's the last of them. In game.
Well, if you're good citizens, why worry about it?
Because... like, this is now Neve in full detective Neve, like... These people had information. And
Neve
they
is reverse
haven't-
Nick Valentine.
Ooh. Neve's not going to say it out loud because actually, you know what? No, I'm going to roll a dice. We're going to see if Neve begins to what Neve's going to do. Evens, I know what I'm going to do. Odds, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. Neve's going to keep her mouth shut right now, except she's going to tell a few people, but I'll figure out who she tells later.
Okay.
Good.
Good. 6, what are you up to?
Well, if Ash just went back to her room, we were still in there.
Yes. So. Okay. I have a proposition for you. Ash walks in. She sees you and she sees Lily, and then she sees her own body. She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, and she says, "Okay. If you want to see what's inside that journal, I need you to help me bury a body."
We'll do more than that. We'll burn it.
Burning, the best type of funeral.
And so with Lily's help, she has no idea what's going on, but she sees Ash walk back in through the door, so she's just going with it.
She's willing to forgive a lot.
Yeah, and basically the 3 of you wrap a body in a blanket, bring it out to the monument for the dead adventurers of Argent Springs, and bury her under it, or put her there, and then burn, and then bury Ash's ashes.
Ashes to ashes.
Mm-hmm. And after a while, everybody departs except for other Ash, and I think the last thing we're going to see is her sifting through the ashes, pulling a metal box out of the ground, like out of the pile of ash, and melting it with her hand, and then walking away.
Hey, Aaron. Can I see if Neve was watching her do this in her Detective Neve way, and then just walking back into the Nanki without saying anything?
Give me a luck roll.
Okay. I'm fine with it.
I don't know. I kind of need Mercutio to do a skulk here as well, just because.
Go for it. Another luck roll. It's just all a matter of timing.
Boop. Nope.
Neither one of us.
I love this. Okay. You don't remember this being written in the journal at any point, 6, but after you help Ash out, the front page, it says, "Let me know if you have any questions," and then it's got Ash's signature, and it's like burned into the paper. And yeah, there you go. So I guess let's get to the end of session stuff.
I don't think we learned anything, guys.
Come on, let's go. Let's get this done.
Do more questions than answers? Does that subtract from the total? Is that?
I
Sorry.
hope not.
When you reach the end of the session, okay. So first off, I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna do 2 XP for this mission. Just for taking a mission and making it back. Everything else kind of went sideways.
Yeah, that happened. Sorry, guys.
There's a lot of failure
sorry.
XP too, so there's that. Remember that XP that for the failures and for the alignment is the stuff that's specifically for that character, and then the end of session crap, which is the 2 and the question answers, that is to your character and also to the pool. So let's go down the. I'm gonna go down the list here. For me on Roll20. So Gark, what is your alignment, and do you think you hit it?
My alignment is neutral, and it is discover something about a magical mystery. I feel like we might have hit that one tonight.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Okay. Out of curiosity, while we're here, do I get my bonus XP for treating level 8 like an oasis of friendly animals and honey, even though it kept costing me things like my eyes and my personal safety over and over again?
I'll go for it, yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Neve.
I definitely did it. It's good to protect someone weaker. Or less. I don't think I ever did that in this session.
Not this time.
I was going to, but it never happened.
Yeah.
On a side note, do I get one for knocking the bar because I thought it had ammunition or something in it?
Sure.
Sweet.
Mercutio.
Mercutio Chaotic. Spur other to significant and unplanned decisive action. I feel like handing Neve a torch is just asking for trouble.
Yeah, that's
There you
fair.
go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And 6, what is yours?
That was a mystery, Neve. Childhood.
I neglected to say anything before, but 6 will give one of those guns to Neve.
Okay.
Yes!
I have a question. Is it the orange one or the black one?
The black one.
Okay. Neve
Oh,
will,
the orange one's a flare gun.
Yep. Neve will talk afterwards about making stuff.
Yes!
Okay.
Oh, man.
Did you say no to your alignment, Danielle?
Let me look at it. Neutral, help an animal or spirit of the wild, which we didn't even meet.
No.
But
Didn't.
since I got my bard involved, should I check her alignment as well?
Actually, yes. Why not?
Neutral, avoid a conflict or diffuse a tense situation.
Burying
Yes.
a body's pretty
Yes.
tense.
Yes.
Yeah.
You fucking clear a
Oh.
body, and you got some information out of it. So I'd say that's yes.
Well.
So I guess my bard gets that one then.
Yes.
Hey, it's something.
Okay, so did we learn something new and important about the world?
No, I don't
Yes!
think so. Oh yeah, Cylons.
This Ash is What the fuck?
Ash is having fun. She's doing great, and she's living her bliss. And you guys just need to back off a little bit.
Ash is living her. Yeah, sorry. Ash is living her best and possibly last life right now.
I
She's
really
living a half-life.
don't trust Ash, guys. I really don't trust Ash. Based
Why
on
would-
just
look at how happy she is.
She's
the
relative.
amount
I
of
mean, she's practically glowing. Come on.
the amount of information she's had on this Menonki and hasn't told anyone, that's disturbing.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Ash is definitely on the list of people Neve is like not trusting anymore. Which
My
kinda
hat
sucks
is off to you.
because she gave her. Ash is the one who gave her those cards.
Oh.
Did
I
we
feel
over?
like the last shot of Neve is her looking at the cards and then just throwing them across the room.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's so fucking beautiful.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
We beat the hell out of that bartender.
We kicked the walls out.
I'm gonna say no on the notable monster. I will say yes on the memorable treasure because you got guns, a very important ID card, and a journal of things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there's that. Then there's the 2 XP for taking a mission and returning alive. So there's 4 for the pool, and then if you got alignment and failure XP, that goes to that specific character. So
Dark has 13 XP.
from
Neve has
this
6.
session. What the fuck, guys? Okay, no, look, hold on. Just let me wrap things up, and I'm asking you what the fuck. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this latest episode of That D&D podcast. Oh, excuse me. We hope you've enjoyed listening, and tune in Thursday, which, if you're watching this live, is 2 days from now. It is March 22nd. We will be interviewing Andrew Gillis. They are a tabletop RPG designer. They're making a game called Girl by Moonlight, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I'm terrible at remembering
Yeah.
names unless I've played the game. It's basically a magical girl RPG hack of Blades in the Dark, which is a really good combination of words out loud to say.
I want to play that now.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
need to give it a try.
Yeah, and Andrew is also one of the crew that typically runs with Adam Coble and the Burning Wheel campaign over on Roll20.
Yes.
So if you haven't checked that out, definitely do. It's a really cool system. There are a cool bunch of people running it.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
So we're gonna talk about game design, getting more, I guess, attention for not commonly heard voices, marginalized people, non-binary folks, that sort of thing. How to be a good streamer, or how to be a good player in a streaming campaign, that sort of thing. So I'm excited to interview them, and hopefully y'all tune in on Thursday. And one last plug: if you like the things we do and you want to help us pay the bills and keep the exploding lights on, you can go to patreon.com/thatdnd podcast. We would, we appreciate everything, even if the only thing you want to do is tune in and listen to us do dumb crap into a microphone. Totally cool. I love y'all, and have a good night.